Hello, I'm meteorologist Christian. We're in at Dallas Storm Team, DFW Storm Watch, and Texoma Storm Watch, and this is your severe weather briefing. Selected at 4:30 p.m. Sunday, March 4th, 2012. Okay, so we're going to jump right into the model data. First, we're going to start with rainfall accumulation, then we're going to go to look at the severe weather. Right now, this is our expected rain accumulation from the GFS computer model. It is forecasting higher amounts east of Dallas, but Dallas could pick up roughly just under 2 inches, about 1.75 inches, with most of the Metroplex receiving 1.5 inches or over. Again, this is the operational GFS. Here's the accumulated precipitation from our DGEX operational model. As you can see, it forecasts 6 to 8 inches to fall over the Metroplex, with isolated amounts over 8 inches. This is quite unbelievable. I think that's going to be in Illinois, or not Illinois, Louisiana. Those amounts, this model is being discarded. Here is the European computer model. This is our most trusted computer model. And as you can see, it's being a little bit more reliable at this point. It forecasts right around 2 inches of rainfall in the Metroplex, in the western portions of the Metroplex, with about 3 to 4 inch amounts in Dallas and Collin counties, northeast over 5 inches. Now, I'm not sure, that could be a little bit overdoing it, but that is a little bit more closer to what the GFS was saying, so that's being watched. Here's the European models and symbol guidance. Here, this part, the symbol guidance of the European model is much different than its operational guidance. That was the last one. It shows amounts still likely east of I-35, but shows higher amounts are about the same over the Metroplex, 2 to 3 inches, and northeast Texas not receiving 5 inches, but more around 2.5 inches. This is a little bit more reliable at this time, but again, we're continuing to monitor the situation. Here's what the European model is saying about the possible cap values. As you can see, it fully forecasts it to fall apart. Usually we want to see at least 750 millibars, and this is going to be over 1,000, so we're not expecting any caps, so the chance of severe weather is going to go up a lot. Here's the GFS model. It forecasts the cap to be weak, but it does not forecast it to be extremely weak at this time. But it would be sufficient enough for severe thunderstorm development. Here's a little bit of a closer up look on the GFS cap values, and as you can see, it's going to be pretty weak, mainly along the east of I-35. Across western portions of North Texas, it should be a little bit stronger. Here is the shear values that we're expecting. We usually only see at least 45 knots of shear. That's going to be definitely there. And the winds do appear over the Metroplex and points east to be out of the southwest, which would support the formation of tornadoes. So this is going to be watched too. And here is the moisture graph. We're expecting an abundant amount of moisture, so severe thunderstorms are going to be likely mainly along and east of I-35. Okay, so here's our severe weather setup. As you can see, a cold front will be draped across North Texas, located by this line right here. And as you can see, there's going to be the cold air. As you can see here, the cold front will let the cold air meet the warm air, causing usually the formation of severe weather. Also, we will have abundant moisture coming out from the Gulf of Mexico across the entire area. From Dallas and Collin counties points to the east, we are expecting, or actually from along the cold front and points east, we're expecting no cap, so severe weather is highly likely. Also, we're expecting southwesterly shear around 50 to 60 knots, which will support the formation of possible tornadoes. West of the cold front, there'll be a cap in place with cold air, so we're not expecting any severe weather there for at least for now. Here is our severe weather risk area. As you can see, if you live along and east of this lime green line, that means you're just expecting some general thunderstorms, and severe weather is currently not anticipated at this time. If you live along and east of this dark green line, that means that you are in our slight threat area. Here you could experience large hail and damaging winds. Here is if you live along and north of this very, very thin orange line, which really doesn't cover that much real estate, maybe Plano and Frisco. Along and east of this orange line is where our low chance area, and this area could experience large hail, damaging winds, and chance for isolated tornadoes. And if you live along and east of this red line, which covers the rest of our area at this point, this is our moderate threat area. This area is likely to receive damaging winds, large hail, and they have the increased threat for seeing tornadoes. Here's our flash flooding risks area. As you can see, along and west of the lime green line, no flash flooding is expected. Along and west of the dark green line, there's a slight chance. And along and west of the orange line, moderate chance. And along and west of this red line, which covers a decent amount of real estate, has a very high chance of experiencing flash flooding. Here is the most important impacts to the least important impacts that are expected with this event, at least for now. Number one concern right now appears to be flash flooding, as we could see very heavy rain from Thursday through Saturday. The second most important is the large hail threat. The third most important is damaging winds, and at this time, we've left the tornado threat at the fourth important, but winds will be out of the southwest and we'll have an abundant amount of shear. So that could change and the tornado threat might rise a considerable amount. So we'll fine-tune that forecast and keep everybody updated. On behalf of Dallas Storm Team, DFW Storm Watch, and Texas Storm Watch, I am meteorologist Christian Winn, and we would like to thank you for joining us for this severe weather briefing. Stay up to date with the latest forecasts this evening, or stay up to date with the latest forecasts this week and tonight, and we will continue to update the latest information that comes out. Also, expect another briefing late this evening. Thanks for joining us, and have a great evening.